Welcome to Student Management System Series Part 7. In the previous video, we have built the main body.jsp and add student.jsp pages. In this video, we will see how to build the get all students servlet and display student.jsp page to display student data in the table format. In this video, we will see how to implement view students functionality. So the goal is when we click on open, it should display all the student details. At the moment it is not displaying anything because we have used hash in the href. So for that we need to create a servlet first. Open our Eclipse. This is our project. We have to create servlet in the controller package. Right click on it and choose the servlet and name it as get all students. Click on next. Here the URL mapping is get all students. Keep it the same. We don't need constructors from superclass, and so this time we have to use doGet method because the request will be generated from the href tags of anchor tags. So generally anchor tags will generate get request. So for that purpose we are keeping the doGet method and click on finish. Our get all students servlet is ready now. Remove this auto generated code, we don't need it. And before that, first open navbar. So here search for the link students. So here this student means view student. So here href we have to write get all students so that the request will be sent to the servlet. Get all students. Copy this word, paste it in the side panel and main body. Open side panel. So here we have students and href is hash. Here remove this hash and add get all students. Do the same thing to the main body. Here we have view students card and href is here. Replace it with get all students. Save all changes. Go back to get all students.java. In this toGet method, we have to write logic to get all students data from Oracle database to this particular servlet. For that, we have to create a student DAO class, and in the student DAO we will write a method get all students so that it will interact with the database and get all student values. Create student DAO in a DAO package. Create a method. This method returns all student records. So here I have taken public array list get all students. This method will return array list of student beans. So all the student records from database will be converted into student bean object and it will store them in array list and it will return them to the method call. For that purpose, create array list first to store the student details. I have imported both array list and student bean objects. Here our variable name is student list. So here we store all the student details and return the same object. After that, we have to create connection with the database. Import connection. We have db connection utility class and it has a static method get connection. So this actually returns connection object. Now write our query. So to write the query, have a look at the structure of the table. Let me show you the structure of table. I'm opening the database. So here I'm using MyDB. Open tables. Here I'm using student details and see the model. So here these are the details: ID, first name, last name, email, phone, department and city. So we have to select all these details. Now I will write a query based on the model data. of the table. So our query is ready. Now I will create a prepared statement. Import prepared statement. It will throw error, surround it with try catch block. So after that we have execute the query. ps.execute query. This will return a result set. Import result set. So this result set object will hold the records of the students which came from database. So here I will store all of them in our created array list. What is our created array list? It is std list, that is student list. For that I will use while loop. To store student bin object into student list, we need a student bin object. Create a student bin object up here. Student bin sp is equal to, initialize it with null, and here create the object. It will save the memory. So sp is equal to new student bin. So here I will store the id value first, sp dot set id. So here rs will have our student details, that so we need to write rs dot get id of column index 1, because id is the first index. So here we need to use get long, not int. That's it, fixed. Now the second variable is first name, sp dot set first name, rs dot get string of column index 2. So here first name is column index 2. Likewise, store the remaining values in the student bin. From student record received from the Oracle database, we have stored them in the student bin object. Now we have to store the student bin object in the array list. So std list dot add student. If the student details table has 10 records, the loop will run for 10 number of times, and each time every record will be stored in sp, and sp will be stored in the student list. So by the end of the loop, all the student records will be stored in the student list. Now save the changes. Go back to our get all students servlet. So here we need to write get all students servlet. So let me rename it. Right click on the class, choose refactor, rename. So get all students servlet, and click on finish. We have renamed, and everything will be renamed. We don't need to do anything. I will create an array list here. Array list of student bin. And now create object for student DAO. Import student DAO, it is already imported. And now call the method get all students, st dot get all students. So this get all students will return an array list. That's the reason I have created array list here. So store them in that array list. Student list st is equal to, save all changes. Now we got all the student list from Oracle database. Now our task is to display them in the JSP page. After receiving the student list, I will send it to display student.jsp page where the student details will be displayed in the table format. Let me write the code. Use request dispatcher to send the student details by keeping them in the request scope. I have created request dispatcher. It will forward the request to display student.jsp page. Before sending the request, first we have to keep the student list in the request scope. For that, request.set attribute. So I have keep the student list in the request scope and the name is student list. So we have to access the student list by using this name. So both are same, so we can use student list. Now we have to create display student.jsp page. Where do we need to create JSP page? In the web app. Right click on the web app, choose JSP file and name it as display student. Here the title is display student. We need Bootstrap CDN links for both CSS classes and icons. Let me paste them here. Bootstrap links are ready. Let's start writing the code in the body tag. Let me keep body class is equal to bglight. It will change the background into slightly gray color. And now let's include the navbar. After this, take a container fluid, take a row. Inside row, include the side panel. Save the changes. Here side panel spelling is wrong. Side panel. Save the changes. Run the application again. Run on server and save all changes and click on finish. Email is admin@test.com. Password is admin123. Click on view students. So here the control is coming to get all students servlet and it is displaying the navbar and side panel. Let me go back to display student. So here side panel and navbar is displaying successfully. Why did I take container? Because after navbar this will take the entire screen as container and I have created row. In Bootstrap, a row contains 12 columns. So our side panel is using 2 columns and now our table will use the remaining 10 columns. Take a div tag. Class is column 10 and take padding for all the sides. Right head section. Take a div tag. Class is display flex. Justify content between. Margin bottom 3. This gives margin on the bottom. So here I will take 2 child components. The first one is h3 tag that says student list. And next one is an anchor tag. In the anchor tag, I will write add student. For now, keep the href as hash. Later we will add student link there and keep the class button primary. This will make the anchor tag a button. And here I will use an icon. Use an icon by plus large. So this will add a plus symbol to the button add student. So this display flex will make these two components in flex box and justify content between, align them, student list on the left side and add student button on the right side. Save all changes and see how they are aligning. Open the Chrome and refresh the page. So here we can see student list and add student. Here we are missing the button. Let's go and check where we went wrong. So here primary spelling is wrong. Make it primary, and here give a space. Save changes, go back to browser and refresh the page. So here now it is looking nice. So after the student list, here we have to display the table. For that, let's take table tag. Take the table after div tag of head section. Here take a table and take class table. This is a bootstrap table. It will give default styling for table, and table small. I will use small table, and table hover. This will give hover effects to the rows, and table bordered. This will give border to the table. Write the head section for the table, and in the head section, basically head section we will use to write the heading of the columns. So take a row, start writing the table headings. First one is ID. Likewise fill the remaining columns. And last row is actions. For these actions, use class text center. I will use these actions to keep edit and delete icons so that we can able to edit a particular row of the table or delete that particular row of the table. And now save the changes, and here this is how the table looks like. Now let's start writing the actual data of the table. So after table head, write table body, tbody. Inside table body, use JSTL tag, that is c:choose. So to use JSTL tags, we have to import JSTL tag library. Let me paste it here after this line. So this line imports the JSTL tag library. Prefix is C. We can use the tags by using C. So that's why I have used c:choose. After c:choose, write c:when. This is like if. So c:when test is, use expression language, dollar symbol followed by braces, not empty, request scope dot student list. So here it works like if statement, and here this is the condition. If request scope dot student list is not empty, so this block of code will be executed. What is our student list? Let me show you get all student servlet. Here we have added student list in the request scope. So this request scope we can use them in this display student servlet. So if it is not empty, what we have to do? We have to display the student list. To display the student list, we will use for each, for each. Variable is S, and items are. So this is list of students. Each time when the for loop executes, one student object will come and store in the S, and we can print them here. Take a table row and table data. Here we can access the data by using $s.id. So each time student will come and store in the S, and we are printing SID. Likewise, print the remaining details of the student. Here, while we are accessing the variables, we have to use the names of our student bean object in the Java class, not from the database. Save all changes, open our application, refresh here. Here you can see data of the student table. So where does this data coming from? It is coming from database. Let's go and see in our database. We are in student details table. Click on data. So here we have 10 records. First name is John and second name is Arav. Like that we have 10 records, and let's see whether we are having same details here or not. So here John Arav, you can see hover effect is applying nicely. And in the actions tab, now we have to add edit and delete icons. Let me do that. Add one more table data. First I will add edit icon. For this table, use text center so that they will be displayed in the center. Take an anchor tag and class is button primary. Take button small, button outline primary, and margin end 1. After that I will print an icon. This will print an pencil square icon, and here we don't need to write anything because button outline primary will print an outline of the button, and inside there will be a pencil icon. And here the href, for now use the hash. In the same way, create the delete icon. Save all changes, go to our browser and refresh the page. Here you can see edit and delete icons. So this is how hover effects applied on it. If you click on it, for now it won't take to any actions, and in the later videos we will see how to implement delete functionality and how to implement edit functionality.